What's good, y'all? Happy Monday. Amazing Monday. Shout out to my APX family. And as always, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, let's see what we got. Today we got a few earnings. We down on NASDAQ and S&P futures. So this is expected, right? The market after going up for 9 days, it has to come down eventually. Um Netflix, Trump talking about tariffs when it comes to movie production, so that sent Netflix down today 5%. Um, so they just had Netflix just having a turn. Netflix is just having a turn, man. Yeah, so Netflix is down 5%. Um, I think Nvidia might go to like 124, and then we'll have a pullback there. But we just gotta see. We gotta keep paying attention. But as far as earnings today, so far I know Tyson Foods reported, and I think um who else reported? On Semiconductor reported. So on Semiconductor, they beat on earnings and revenue. So that was good. Yeah, they beat revenue about 3%. The earnings about 10%. Good. Um Tyson Foods, they beat on earnings, but they missed on revenue just slightly. So but we all know what we're waiting for. After the close, you got Palantir, Hims, O Realty Ford, Vertex Pharmaceuticals, Vang, which is an energy company, and then Vimeo. They're reporting. Hey, gold should be going up. Futures are up 2%. So, if you in a trade for gold, it should be up, and you can ride that back to the all-time high. Because we should generally pull back this weekend, and gold should continue to go up. So, great execution. Great job to everybody who's in gold. Um, but let me go ahead and pull up the chart. See what we got today. I'm looking to try to scan for some trades, see if I see anything. So far I really don't see anything. Excuse me. Swing trade wise, well, I see a little bit. We'll go over it. I see a few setups, but um, but mm, Mhm. Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, share these charts, see what we got. Um, so if I get my three charts, and we always start the week first, then the day, and then the 2 hour, which is the trading time frame. So you want the week to be down, the day to be down, and then you want the 2 hour. You want to have a pattern on your 2 hour to trade off of. So um, I see that here, and the biggest thing I want to emphasize. So you have price action likes to continuously test market structure or the patterns. So if I look at this 2 hour, right, um, I can see that obviously Qualcomm has had an elongated pattern here. See, soon as Trump get to going, as soon as he get to going, we start yawning, right? But um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 touches. So this is obviously a pattern here, but as we can see here, we have like this pattern here forming as well. And now this is acting as resistance, and once acted as support, now this is acting as resistance here. So you just have an asset that's reacting to price action in market structure. So but I like Qualcomm, potential trade there. Um just looking at oh man, just looking at the environment for this week, I would definitely like to go short because gold is pushing up, so that means the market should generally push down. Um, yeah, I like Mondelez. We've been ranging for a while. Um, I'd rather go. I like going long on Mondelez because Mondelez is like a risk off type of trade. Um, so I would wait for it to hit the bottom of this pattern for us to go long again. And generally, whatever the trend was before this pattern is going to be the trend after. So the trend before this pattern was up, pushing higher. So I'm expecting the trend to continuously push up after as well. I know we were looking at Verizon. Verizon might be in a good spot to potentially go short on Verizon. Um, I don't know what my trader sense is telling me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mm, let's see. Let's see. If I zoom out, oh my God, this is okay. This is like wow. This is wild. Imagine going from 62 to 30. This was 2019, so over a 3 year period. It's crazy. But IBM is one too. Um, I'd rather go long on IBM. We look at the chart. And then, oh my God, look at this cup and handle. This was formed from 2013 to about 2023. And then you got this big run up here. So this was what if we would have caught this, boy. I mean, oh well, oh well. But if I'm looking at IBM, yeah, I would rather go long. So when it hits, when um when it hits the bottom of this trend line here, then I will look to go long. Gold, we're already in gold. Um, and gold is at 305, so we're good on that. And we can ride gold back to the all-time high to about 316, and then we can look to exit there. Skechers just got acquired. This is insane. In times of turmoil, businesses buy other businesses, but um, that's crazy. It's crazy. Hey man, Brian, come on, man. We one more. We need you. One more, so the debate could be over. One more. One more. But I like Coral Eve a lot. Right now, we having a slight pullback, so we might pull back to this level here. If I put this on candles, if we open up around 50, retest this level here. Um, and then push higher, or this could be a fake out. This could be a fake out. And then we push back down. But we shall see. But we're down almost 1% on Nasdaq futures and 0.8% on S&P. As far as economics today, we got services PMI, but they don't come out for another 30 minutes. And then we have ISM services, and that doesn't come out for another like hour and a half. But yep. Hmm. Caterpillar on the pullback would be good. Once it's this trend line again, and this is like an ascending triangle too, because I know it's a support level here. Um, mm, 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 mm. I go on trading view 2 hour. Something like that. Something like that. Or if I just drew the horizontal line. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. Little something. Little something, something. Let me see if I can add the wait. We can add the little R indicator on here. Uh, yep. Hmm. So if I was looking to trade Caterpillar, it would be, so this is one touch, two touch. I want it to drop down here, hit this trend line again, and then, exit for a swing trade, exit here. If you have multiple contracts, you can hold it for a potential breakout. But this is either going to break out to the upside or to the downside. So one of the two things is going to happen, right? It's either gonna go to the upside or it's gonna break out to the downside. So, um, good morning. Do I think the interview with Scott Purcell moved the market much? Good morning, Glenda. I would say maybe it just depends what he says. I mean, it's he's moved the market in the past, so definitely something to pay attention to when he speaks. Um, but like to me, I think with Cent, he's like a short term market mover. But I think Trump is like the actual long term. So yeah, Scott percent he can give you like an indicator on like what the market might do for like a few days based on what he says. Um, good question. Good question. See, y'all be telling me. Come on, y'all good, man. Y'all good. Y'all good. Um, let's see. So Tyson Foods, so they had a profit jump as chicken gains outweigh beef losses. Mm. Tesla. Tesla is like Tesla is doing something. Excuse me. But Tesla, if I look at Tesla, it's either gonna push up to the upside or we're at a it's called an inflection point. That's what they call it, an inflection point. So we're at an inflection point with Tesla. If I look here, um, or no, I could just draw a box, really, little rectangle. So we are ranging right now with Tesla. It's kind of going up and down. Um, so we are gonna have to see what happens. But something is about to happen. Something. What it is? Mm. I mean, news came out today that they had a 36% drop in Spain sales. Well, so the sales in Spain dropped 36% in April, despite EV sales surge. So the U.S. lawmakers target NVIDIA with smuggling, targets NVIDIA chip smuggling to China with new bill. So do y'all want China to win or something? Last time I checked, when you have power, it's supposed to be used to make sure you stay in power. Or that's how it's been used. Not to like degrade your own country, but to each his own. To each his own. But I like Nvidia a lot. I like Nvidia a lot. Um, if I look at Nvidia, let's see. Let me see. We kind of just been ranging for a while, man. We had like this staircase down. So you have this. You have this. So this is like the opposite of that one. If you were Apex, this is like the opposite of that one company we look at. We looking at. So how this company, that one company that's burning right now, has the same pattern, but to the upside. This has Nvidia has this pattern, but to the downside. So yeah, yeah, you just gotta you gotta see it through. Got to see it through, my boy. You got to see it through. Got to see it through. But um, let me put on Heikenhashi and take these moving averages off. It's throwing me off at the moment. But just looking at basic market structure, um, I mean, you might go to 120 and then pull back again. So if you missed Nvidia at 97, you might get another opportunity, and maybe, just maybe. And then if we do come back down here, this would technically be, I don't know what, triple bottom, technically. Technically. Um, Mm, let me see how this. Let me try to see how this gonna play out. I'm experienced enough to try to put this together. So let's see. So I think the market is probably gonna be pretty choppy the first 2 days. So we don't really have anything that's gonna really move the market. Um, when does Scott Bassett speak? When does he speak? When is it? Need to know the exact time. Let me see. Today, yeah. Yeah, Google, you over with. Google, you are over with. You are done. I said Scott Bassett. Come on, dog. Don't start this. Um, let's go. Market open. Um, I love that one company. Okay, let's see. So if we do here, here, question mark. Let me find a contract. Well, yeah, we'll reject one from that level. So okay, he talks today, but it's not saying the time. It's not saying the time. It's not telling me the time. Actually, Mm, check Telegram if you are on Apex. Check Telegram. Check Telegram. But let me see if I had to draw this. Um, Mondelez hasn't really moved much. I mean, that's expected though. Gold is pushing up. So that's good. Trade wise, that's really good. If we just look at gold for a second. So we got in gold. What was that? Thursday or Friday? Um, so I mean, we're up, and we had a nice gap up. We can ride this back to the all-time high. Um, let's check on the big dog. Let's check on Palantir. They got earnings today, man. So we gonna see what Palantir does. I don't really expect them to do much right now, just because obviously everybody's waiting to see what they say about earnings. But I think they're gonna say that AI demand has not slowed down. I think you have to be really good at giving belief to people inside your company, but that also comes from like having a good product. But I think we're at the high, so we should, like for the time being, pull back until we have earnings. So But yeah, Palantir is kind of coming back. I mean, it's expected. If you look at him. If you look at this company, let's go to like a 2 hour. Oh, see something. They got earnings today too. They might pull back to like what 38, 88. But earnings is gonna like dictate what they do. So we shall see. We shall see what Hims does. But let's look at Verizon. Mm, 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 mm. Um, I like going long on Verizon, so you guys already know, like just easy thing for you to do is literally just set the alert. So instead of trying to watch it all day, just click on it, click this alert. We're gonna do long Verizon. And reason that we're gonna do red wedge pattern. So create, and then just wait till it gets there. Right. Same thing with like Qualcomm. Ooh. And technically we have a gap to fill, so I mean I would not mind going long, but this is like I see it now. The setup, all these chart patterns are being set up for um economic data or the meeting that Jerome Powell, the meeting with Jerome Powell. Mm, Um, check on this one company. See how we doing. We still kind of sitting. If I look at, I'm about to send some charts to Telegram. So if you guys are in Apex, then you'll be able to have these charts so you guys can see what we should be looking at. But um, just patiently waiting. Um, Mm, 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 mm. Um, I like my beans. Let me see what today is looking like. See if we kind of risk on or risk off. Mm, get to it. I might heat my back. Heat map. There we go. Um, let's see. I mean, everything is pretty much in the red. Everything is pretty much in the red. Um, Uber is up today. Google so far. AMD is up today. My bad. Um, Energy taking a hit, down almost 3%. Berkshire is down 6.6%. Hey man. Dang. What we think Palantir gonna do? For Ernest. What we think Palantir gonna do? I think they're gonna do good. Um, some companies you don't gotta worry about right now. That's one of the ones that you don't have to worry about. You can just let it run. Google, Apple, gotta check on them. So companies are like if you have kids, right? 'Cause I don't have kids, but I mean I'm the oldest. So out of all my siblings, so it's like if you got kids, you got ones that's gonna be okay. You know they're gonna be okay no matter what. And then you got ones that just need a little bit of help. Like not as in a bad thing, but they just need like an extra push, an extra hand, extra, a little bit more motivation. You got maybe, you love them all the same, but you gotta love them differently, right? So Apple and Google, they just need some love right now. They just need some coaching right now. Um, to so they can get back to where they should be. We gotta make sure they stay on the right path. I want all my investments to be amazing. So Apple, please, please do better, please. Um, I'm trying to figure out why Warren Buffett like Oxy. I never invested in it. I don't get it, but he likes it for some reason. And maybe he was buying all those shares in preparation to just take over the company. Maybe we'll see. The market really not moving that much today. Honestly, it's really not moving too much. Oh, Lord. IBM is good, but I would rather go long on IBM again because it's just been running for a long time and the trend is up. So I would just rather follow that trend to the upside. So once we hit this level here, I'm gonna just set it like uh, long IBM. Then we're gonna say wedge pattern, and just set that limit. I mean, well that too. Set the limit order, but um, just wait for it to do its thing. Oof. Hmm. Um, let's see. Let's check on gold for a second. I mean, gold is doing good. Still pushing higher. So, and that's the only thing about gold. You want to make sure you get gold at a good price. You get a good entry because gold likes to gap a lot, which I don't like at all. But um, I mean, truth be told, it really doesn't matter. But this just shows that there's a lot of volatility in the asset. I would say that. But I mean, that's just what gold does. It literally, you look at the history of gold. Um, it's generally what it does. It's gap. So, but I forgot. I like FedEx too. To go short on FedEx. Make sure I draw this right. Um, yeah, right. Yep. Wait, no, I didn't. Did I? Mm, no. Okay, this is January. Stocks drop on trading uncertainty. We had negative GDP and still couldn't go down. Some things just don't make sense, do they? But FedEx has been having like this pattern. Um, it's trying to break out to the upside, but this would be perfect. We could go push up here. You got the 200-day moving average, and you got the downtrend as well. So that would be good. Silver is going up too. Mm, why is AMD pushing up? What's going on? Amazon down 2%. Microsoft is up so far. Mm, Interesting. Interesting. Costco at 1,000. Been waiting on that for a minute. Yeah, Costco back at 1,000. When are they gonna split? Like, come on, split, dog, split. And if they announce a split, then the stock is gonna drop like 20% or so. So that'd be a good entry point. It's like right now, it's too high. It gotta come down some more. Just see, it gotta come down some more. But I wonder if we're going into a generation where companies are no longer going to split. Why? I don't know. Costco isn't split, and Netflix hasn't split, and they hit 1,000. So usually, once you hit 1,000, usually you split. Microsoft is getting pricey at 436. Should be at 500 in the next 2 years. So they have Microsoft, Spy, and QQQ all over $500. That's $1,500. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Hmm. Can Tesla get to 1,000 again? Maybe. Maybe. Time will tell, right? Let me see. What else? What else? What else? What else? We off the lows of the day. We off the lows. So Nasdaq is now at we just down. Nasdaq and S&P both down 0.5%, and the Dow is only down 0.15%. When I said this before, the Dow is always gonna lag the S&P. It's always gonna lag the S&P and the Nasdaq. So usually the Nasdaq and S&P, they take turns leading each other depending on what's going on. So in a bull market, Nasdaq will lead because tech is obviously the number one sector for a reason. So that it will lead there. And then the S&P of like the overall broader market, like let's say tech is struggling, but the overall broader market is good, then S&P will lead. But the Dow is always gonna lag. The structure of the Dow, I think the Dow is for a different type of investor. Um, I'm not really like a big fan of the Dow, but I mean, because if you look at the Dow, we have if I look at the holdings inside the Dow, like Goldman Sachs is the number one holding inside of the Dow, and then you have Microsoft. Hmm. Then you have United Healthcare, Home Depot, Sherman Williams, Visa, Caterpillar, McDonald's, Amgen, Salesforce. Why is it? You know what? But why is Salesforce top 10 over American Express, JP Morgan, Apple? But it goes by price. But the Dow is equal weighted, so they hold the exact same amount of shares of every company. So it's 20,000. It's 20,472 shares that they hold of each company. So it's equal. It's not like the Nasdaq or S&P where they hold different amounts. It's all the same amount. That's why price. That's why Nvidia had to split, because they wanted to be in the Dow so they could get more institutions inside the asset. I hope that makes sense. Because if your price is too high, then you can't be in the Dow. If you want more institutional ownership to push your stock price up, then you need to split. One, more retail investors are going to invest in you, and then you also have institutional side because now you're in the Dow, so they have to buy it. So that was definitely a good move by Nvidia. But um, Nvidia is actually 23rd in the Dow. It's not. So like the whole structure of the Dow just like does not make sense to me. I understand, but I don't know why. Like, so basically, the weighting goes off of the price. So the higher the price of the asset, the more weight technically it's going to be. So Goldman Sachs is the highest priced out of all of those companies. So if you look, then Goldman Sachs is at what, 500, 600? Yeah, 564, and that's still a far cry from where they were, 672. Um, so but yeah, investing is getting expensive. People don't talk about it, but you have asset inflation too. You have asset inflation. So just like you have inflation with like everything else, you have asset inflation. You have asset inflation, but that's why it's so important to invest. Yeah. Um Speaking of Bill Ackman, let's look at Hertz. Hmm. Like I've always said, if something goes up in a straight line, especially for no reason, it's gonna come back down. It's going to come back down. Mm, Did everybody ask a question? Like earnest call? Everybody ask a question? Mm, mm, mm. Let's look at QQT on spot. See what the overall market is doing. Um, so if I look at this, we had this nice downtrend for a while. But we broke that. We might have like a double top action here. I mean double bottom action here. And even like if I just draw this box here, um, we pushed above it, retested it, pushed up, but we are at like a key point again here. So this is acting as like resistance at this level. So um, looking at this chart, if I had to ask myself, what would the economics be to match up with the chart with technical analysis? Um, After running up for 9 days, I would expect the pullback. So that means Wednesday, when Jerome Powell speaks, I would expect the market to kind of pull back. That's just kind of my theory of how I'm looking at it. Because like technicals it aligns with everything else. So yeah. So you might have a pullback, but then if we really, this is like a key level we got to get above if the market is going to continue to run like it is. Because we are still down year to date. We go to year to date. Um, we are down 5% in the market on QQQ. So that means SPY is not down that much. It shouldn't be. If we go to we down what 3%? But nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy. Come on, dog. There we go. But SPY and QQQ, I mean, they look good. If I wanted to take a trade, I would wait for it to retest a key level and then push higher. So maybe at like 556 or so if you retest that level. But yeah, we definitely have to get over this level here. And you can see, so like going back to showing you, let me see if I can do a double chart to show this. So if we look at SPY and we look at QQQ, um, these two essentially are I mean, it's SPY and QQQ. I mean, I think they have like a 95% correlation to each other. So, I mean, they're going to move with each other, but one is always going to move before the other. Yeah, you have to know or see which one is moving first. So, and we'll go over this in Apex. I mean, we'll go over this in Apex, but um, so you see how here we're waiting on SPY to come up and make this move to hit this level and see what it does. Well, QQQ has already made that move. It came up to this level and it's rejecting from it. So SPY is pretty much going to do the same thing. So SPY may come up to this level here, but it will probably reject from this level because from what I'm seeing here, it's already made its move first on QQQ, and then whatever move is going to happen next, we'll probably see it on QQQ first before we see it on SPY. And you just be aware. You just have to be aware of it. Um, mm, 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 mm. Mm, Good question. Good question. Um, but, Apple plans to sell corporate bonds for the first time since 2023. Hmm, hmm. Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan are managing Apple's debt sales. So remember how I keep saying like all these companies are tied in and they work together. But what do I know? What do I know? But um, but that's what I got for you guys today as far as stream. Um, we have, we got a few chart setups that we waiting on that we're looking at. But I would definitely just from kind of reviewing the past, um, seeing how the chart setups have played out in the past, just because of the volatility. Um, we still gotta take the setups, but I think it's good to just be mindful of the upcoming data as well, because that's gonna move. Um, you can have a chart pattern, and you can take an entry at a good level, and you just gotta be okay with it. But if you have like economic data or news that comes in that adjusts or shifts the market, then the chart pattern doesn't matter at that point because that's over. That is moving the market for a short term time period. So, um, but Qualcomm, Mondelez, Verizon, IBM, Caterpillar, FedEx, those are good, and Tesla's pushing down. So, even Tesla, like it's just been ranging. I mean, if you buy here at the bottom of this range, this wouldn't be like mean, that wouldn't be like a bad entry. So even on Tesla, you could get like a quick swing trade, 272 to maybe like 290. Quick swing trade on Tesla. Since it's just chopping back and forth. But yeah. But that's all I got for you guys on stream today. Again, Tyson Food, they had some mixed earnings, but they had a profit beat. Um on semiconductor, they beat on earnings and revenue. And you have Palantir. You got Palantir and him support earnings today. So, those are definitely something that we should look out for. Um Bitcoin's pulling back too. But yep. That's what I got for us today. We do have some economic data. Let me see. Should did it come out yet? Um, so we missed on PMI services. So I mean, it doesn't really have that big impact on the market, but it's still something to pay attention to. But I will see you guys tomorrow, same time on stream, 8 o'clock Central Time. We're just gonna be waiting for these chart setups to play out. I might find some more setups, but for the moment we're just gonna be waiting. So just waiting, being patient, not forcing anything. But as always, I appreciate you guys for tapping into the stream. Shout out everybody in Apex game. But I will see you guys tomorrow.